but it's still only going to be just two.
Oh, never mind.
All right. Good morning. I am here with Jason Sargent with the City of Evansville, and we are here to give some updates to the community on things that are going on to the businesses. We're going to be doing these on the first and third Thursdays of the month going forward while we have updates. If you are a business or an organization that has updates that you want to provide to the business community and participate on these calls, you're welcome to do that as well. The things that we have going on for the chamber, the big thing that we have is that we have moved virtual. And I'm going to give a lot of information about what that is, and I'm going to kind of go into more depth with that. But first, what I wanted to do is allow Jason to give some updates from the city on what's going on from the city's perspective and what may affect the business community. So Jason, do you want to go ahead and take that over?
Yeah, certainly. Thanks, Christina, and good morning, everybody. So we had, when the COVID-19 situation started, we had an express loan program that was approved by our Common Council and by our economic development folks to essentially issue small scale loans in a quicker process than we typically can from some of our cities' economic development funds. That loan period has closed. September 1 was the last date we could accept applications. We did get a couple of applications in, and one loan is being issued this month for that program. So with that being closed, the Economic Development Committee did have a pretty robust discussion at their last meeting about some alternatives or other ways they could help out businesses. So we'd be looking for any businesses who have some ideas or input. Let us know. What we've, I think, learned so far as this is all continued is everybody's got very specific different needs depending on the type of business and what your challenges are as a result of everything. So we are all ears and looking for ways we can help. We're also doing some budget planning for next year regarding economic development. And right now, the Economic Development Committee is talking a lot about ways to put some effort behind some citywide marketing to help all businesses in general from a marketing perspective. So we don't know quite what that'll look like yet, but we've started that discussion, and economic development will be submitting a budget to Common Council, which will have some of these recommendations in it. So as that process unfolds, we'll keep you updated there as well. The other thing, we've been informed by Creekside Place that there's going to be an event going on there. It will be, I have the date here, September 10th from 3:30 to 6:30. In the parking lot there at Creekside Place. It's kind of a drive-through farmers market hosted by Carbon 4 Brewing out of Madison. Number of other local vendors and including the Rock County Dairy Trailer will be present there. So it's a really unique event that I think is a way to kind of add some community events out there and get some businesses involved in some opportunities that aren't always there if everyone's trying to kind of do their own individual marketing or events. This is a great kind of way to get involved. You'd want to, anybody who has any interest in attending that or being a part of that would want to talk to Nikki over at Creekside Place. And her number is 608-843-0690 if you have any questions about that event. So that's all I have on my end, unless there's any questions.
For the loan application, for the express loan, that part is ended, but people can still apply for the revolving loan fund, yes?
Yep, so we still have a regular revolving loan and fund in place, which is a pot of money, and you can use up to 1/3 of that per loan request, which comes to about a max of around $20,000, depending on the loan balance at the time. That is a process that requires financial reports for your business and tax returns for your business and personal, depending on how you file your taxes. And that process does require review by a couple of boards and committees so that loan can get issued. So that process is still there, still available. If you go to our city website and click on Grow with Evansville, you'll get to our economic development resources right there. And that loan program is at the top of the list right now to click on and get the application for.
Okay, perfect. Then the items that I had to talk about, the Chamber of Commerce has gone virtual. We have moved to working remotely permanently and have closed our office storefront. So we are no longer located at 8 West Main Street. We do have a PO box, so if people need to still send us information, they can drop it off at the PO box. It's PO Box 588 in Evansville. The phone number still goes forward, and it forwards to, we have a mobile phone now for the Evansville Chambers phone number. So you can still reach us through that, and obviously still through email, and our social media pages if you follow those, our e-blasts, and the other items that we have that way. We had decided on this, the board had kind of looked at it when we had to go remote in March with everything that was going on with the pandemic and with COVID. We really had to take a step back after we've been doing that and realize that we were able to work more efficiently and to be as productive while we were out as we were in the office, if not more so. And when we were looking at from a budgetary standpoint, and as many businesses are, reevaluating how we do business and what our goals are for the organization. When we were reviewing our 5-year plan and looking forward and seeing what our outlook was looking like for the chamber, we realized that in order to pursue the goals that we had for the organization and be able to help the membership and support the membership and the businesses and the community as we wanted to, the best way for us to do that was to reduce the overhead of having the office expenses. Like a lot of other businesses, a lot of our funding opportunities were diminishing. We have about 50% of our membership is funded by membership dues. The rest of it we do through our fundraising and our events that we do throughout the year. So when we were looking at our budget, and our biggest fundraiser of the year, the VFW raffle, was canceled, and some of our events are in limbo or not certain as to how we're going to be able to proceed with that. We really wanted to make sure that we were addressing all the things that we needed to do from an organization standpoint to support the community and support the membership, and really take the focus on that. So we wanted to do is, we know that the business community was struggling. We knew the organization would potentially be struggling, and we wanted to be able to do everything that we could to support our members and support the community and to reduce some of that overhead expenses. So we have moved to a virtual office. Most things are going to look the same. So we're still going to be sending out our e-blasts. We're still going to have all of our social media updates. We'll have our Facebook. We're going to be doing virtual meetings as we've been doing throughout the pandemic, and having opportunities for businesses to get together. Once we are able to meet in person again, we're looking forward to having our committee meetings and our regular outings at local businesses instead of just having them at the chamber office, which I think will be an added benefit. In terms of our brochures and our distribution, we're still distributing them in the same way that we were before, but now we actually have the opportunity to have our brochure, our big brochure display, instead of having it locked inside the chamber, which with only having 2 part-time staff was not opened fully for the week and not at all on the weekends. We are able to have that over at the Eager building, or I'm sorry, the Grange building. And we have our materials out there. So all of our business brochures, our community information, and our community brochures and business cards are available to the public at any time. They can go in and get that information, and it's not depending on when the chamber is open. So we actually think that'll be a benefit for our members, and that they'll have the opportunity to get, when visitors or people that are coming into town, or even just people in the community want to know more about what's going on in the community, they're walking down Main Street or visiting some of those businesses, they can get that information easier. In terms of our regular committee meetings and all of that, they are being held primarily virtually right now. We will continue to do that as long as we are needing to do that. But again, we will start meeting in person. If there are items that you need to pick up or drop off specifically for the chamber, we are working with Graham's Insurance, who Jill Poggle is our board president, and she works over at Graham's Insurance, which is right around the corner from our old office at 15 North Madison Street. And you can drop off items to there and or have items to pick up. So as we've been doing our Love Local shirts and some of those things, we've had those available for pickup at Graham's Insurance, and they are typically open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. So we are still checking in regularly with all of that. We're getting the information from them. As I mentioned, you can still contact us directly. We are going to be hopefully visiting businesses and continuing to stop in and do that. We will typically be in still once or twice a week or every couple weeks into the community and out and trying to meet with some of the businesses. But if you are needing additional assistance, if you want to schedule a meeting, we do have locations for that. Creekside is working with us graciously and allowing us space so we can have one-on-one meetings with businesses that may need to meet in person at this time. And again, we can utilize some of our other businesses and members in the community to be able to set those up. If you do have questions on what we're doing or how it's going to affect you or specific items, you can always let me know. You can email over to Christina@evansvillechamber.org. Our website and our social media has actually picked up a great deal over the last few months, and we've really been able to focus on it and driving traffic to it. So I would encourage everybody, if you have not recently, to update your membership listing on our website. And also if you have any promotions or special things that you're doing. So if you're offering drive-through service, if you're offering pick up, take up, we've been trying to update that and keep that updated. But as it's changing, we want to make sure that that information stays up to date. We have had just this year, we've had almost 60,000 hits to our website, and most of those are going directly to the business directory listings. So as a member, that is one of your benefits, and I would really take advantage of that right now. People are looking for that information. They want to know what's going on with your business. They want to know when you're open and how to support you. So make sure that you get that information over to us. If you're having problems logging into your website to be able to update your listings, let us know. We can walk you through that process, and we can help you to get that information updated and make sure that we have everything current for you that way. We were able to host our golf outing, although it was a little bit different, on August 20th, and we had 16 foursomes, which was great. We were able to do it in a socially distanced way and be able to get the information or be able to still have a great time and be able to network with some of our local businesses. The City of Evansville, their Public Works Department came down and actually did a ball drop where we had both lift trucks out there, and they brought their staff down and did that so that we could watch all the balls go in for our 50-50 raffle for that event. It was a really great event, and we really appreciate our sponsors, our volunteers, and everybody that came to help do that. We also do have our Love Local masks that are available right now. So we've done the Love Local shirts. We did a couple of orders, pre-orders for those. I'm not sure if we're going to do another order for that. So let me know if you're interested and you hadn't gotten it yet, if you'd be interested in doing another round of orders for those. But in the meantime, right now, we are also offering Love Local masks with our Love Local logo on it, and have those for sale. We have a link on our website and on our Facebook page, so you can go to either of those, and we'll also include it in the e-blast that we send out. And that order is still open, so you're still able to get those. Additionally, I did want to mention that we are starting to try to plan for Old Fashioned Christmas. It will look different this year, and we're trying to figure out some ways and some creative ideas that we can do to still be able to celebrate that time of year and be able to have that for the Evansville families and also for the businesses in the community. So if you're interested or have ideas on what you would like to see or some things that we might be able to do and be able to still hold it responsibly and safely, let me know. We would love to have more people to be involved in planning that event. And additionally, our merchant trick-or-treating to see how we may or may not be able to move forward with that. And then we're also planning some other just supporting local business promotional type things throughout the remainder of the year. So those are the items that I really wanted to touch on. And like I said, if you have questions about any of the items there, particularly the move to the virtual office, let me know. But any of the other items that I talked about, we'd be happy to get you that information. We want to make sure that you're very clear. Oh, the one thing I didn't mention was Chamber Bucks. Chamber Bucks are still available. You can either contact us and order them. We'll issue an invoice online and then be able to have them available at Grams for you to pick up or to be able to mail out to you. Or you can pick them up at any time at Union Bank or at State Bank of Cross Plains in their motor bank, I believe is where they have them right now because their lobby is still closed. So I'd have to check on that. But I know State Bank of Cross Plains has them and you can pick them up from there too. And then we're also working with Greenwoods to have them available at that bank as well. So that should be within the next couple of weeks. We should have them available for purchase there. But if you have any questions or if you need those, like I said, you can always contact us and we can make sure that we get the those Chamber Bucks out to you for purchase. And if you are a business and has that has chamber bucks to redeem, you can just send them to that PO box, and we will get them over to the treasurer to make sure that we get those redemptions, so you get the money back for people that are participating and spending that money at your locations. I think that's all that I had.
I'll add one thing on to what you said. You talked about the businesses getting listed in your business listing on your website. The city doesn't maintain its own business listing. We don't have a business permit ordinance at all. So we rely on the chamber's listing to send folks to when they ask about a contractor or a place to eat or a store to shop in. We direct them to the chamber's resources. So I would encourage you all to update that. I know updating your Google profile, your map profiles, everything under the sun. It's one more thing to add, but it is something that we do use here at the city when we get contacted and someone asks where to go. We always send them to the chamber for a list of local businesses. So keep that in mind and keep up the good work there at the chamber.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. Thank you all, and if you have any questions, let us know. See you in a couple weeks.